First off, what is my hunter standing on? I don't see a floor there, so my hunter's just kind of standing on nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Destiny 2 beta. I am Death from Above. How you guys doing? You liking it? It's pretty fun. Anyway, I'm here to talk about my first Destiny 2 gun. Now, it is a beta, so all these things can change, but right now I'm having a lot of fun with one gun in particular. It's kind of rose above the rest for me in all ranges of the gameplay, in the story, in the strike, and in PvP. This has been the gun that's kind of been my go-to. It's been the workhorse. It's been the most fun gun I've had so far. It's not the meta, because people seem to be trying to find a meta in the beta, which I don't really care about that, but I'm having the most fun with this one gun, and it is the Scathelocke. So I figured we'd talk about it a little bit, and I'll tell you why I like it so much. What we'll do is talk about Pve and Pvp Performance and what I think's so cool about it. So if that sounds like fun, let's get to it. Now, on initial impression, the Scathelocke, it looks like a gun I would like. Looks like an old Kalashnikov, AK-47. I'm trying to think of real gun names real quick, but it looks like an old AK, beat up, worn out AK. So I like that. It doesn't have a foundry that I can tell. It is a beta weapon, but it's called the Scathelocke Auto Rifle. This weapon was forged by Devron K, the 8th, for the survivors. I'm sure someone's going to tell me what Scathelocke means. I'll look it up and probably put it in the description in the comment section, but as of recording this, I don't know what Scathelocke means. But it is an auto rifle. It is a impact and range, and I don't know if that's a high impact, low impact, mid impact, whatever. It feels like a high impact auto rifle because it fires pretty slow. It is not bullet hosey. But the good thing about Destiny 2 is these weapons have their own personality, and they can all be individually tuned and balanced. So this gun will probably not be like any of the other guns. So this is an auto rifle. It's really cool, and I like it. It sounds amazing, but every gun in the Destiny 2 beta so far sounds amazing. If you have a good pair of headphones, some Astros, or a good over-ear headphone, plug it into your controller, plug it into whatever mixer you have, and just listen to how good everything sounds. I can't get over how good it sounds. So let's talk about the Scathelocke. So, really don't know how to go about this, but we'll try it. So it's got an adaptive frame, which means it's intrinsic, a well-rounded grip, reliable and sturdy. So that's probably one reason I like it so much. It's reliable and sturdy. So the sights, it has the IS-5 circle, short zoom, increased handling speed. So I don't really, that's the one you start out with. You don't think about changing it until you're about halfway through and you're like, oh yeah, I can change the sights. But look at the stats down there. These sights actually have a pretty decent impact on the stats. So I've been running the Model 8 red sight that increases the range. I haven't run it in PvP yet, but I've been running it in PvE, and it seemed to do a lot better for me than the IS circle, because I was trying to shoot this a little bit farther than I should have been. So pulling out a little bit more range is probably a good idea. The Mark 10 glass increases the range, but it decreases handling speed. It's a little bit big and bulky. I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but I like the middle one, the Model 8 red. It has high caliber rounds, seems familiar. This one actually increases the range, but it also has tactical mag, which increases stability, reload speed, and mag size. And it only goes from 42 to 45, which is not a huge difference, but it's noticeable, especially with the stat changes. I like how the perks and the scopes change the stats about the same amount. In Destiny 1, these perks right here would change it a huge amount. The scopes didn't really do much. So I like how they're all kind of modifying them in regular specific ways. And then under pressure is the main perk, improved stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower. I don't know if we'll have more perks over here for legendaries, or this is just what we get for right now, or if we can add more later. But you see this down here? Let's talk about this weapon mod section for a minute, and then we'll get into some gameplay and talk about performance. So Infusion's back. As far as the beta goes, that's the way it looks. And then you have a shader mod. Now this one doesn't have a weapon mod slot, so there may not be an option to add a weapon mod to this, so you may only be able to put a shader on it. But how cool is that? I could put like a red shader, or a New Monarchy shader, or a Dead Orbit shader, or I'm excited about that. So changing the looks of the guns should be fun, and hopefully that'll be a kiosk type thing that we can have. But enough of that. Let's talk about PvE and PvP performance. And PvE, it's good. I mean, it's a workhorse gun. It's going to be an all-arounder. It's not going to be amazing at any one thing, but it's going to be good at everything. So that's probably why I like it so much, because I can just leave it on and not worry about it. So PvE, I've run the story mission 5 times, I think, at this point. I've run the strike 3 or 4 times, and I've done a lot of PvP. So in PvE, the gun is solid. It's a good performer. I mean, it's an auto rifle. It works at the proper range. It works at that mid to short range. If they get real close, go SMG. If they get real far, go Scout or Sniper if you have the ammo. I like it for the mid-range engagements, especially changing up the scopes on it. Definitely look at the scopes on your guns. It's very important to do that. But I was finding a lot of success with it. It just felt like it was hitting with the right amount of impact and punch, getting the job done. Ripping shields, you want to switch to an energy weapon. Those are going to be much more effective, but fighting red bar enemies, this one was solid. Or if you rip shields and then switch to it, it was definitely solid. It's a very interesting situation we now have with the Destiny 2 gun system, so I'm excited about that. But PvP, more examination is required, but I'm having a lot of fun with it in PvP. It's my go-to primary. I don't like the hand cannons so much, and I really love auto rifles in my heart. So I'm glad that auto rifles are making a comeback right now, and I'm enjoying this auto rifle. So PvP, it's solid. It's a workhorse. It's not going to hit you from the most range or the most damage or have the fastest time to kill, I feel, but it's still pretty strong. So Scathelocke, solid gun in PvP. I like it for the mid-range. Control, a little bit okay, but doing the countdown actually might be a better place for it if you run it in the right situation. I try to flank with it and be a support player with it. So you're not going to win all the 1v1s, but if you make sure you're team shotting people, this is the best team shot gun in the game, I guess. I don't know. Calling it right now. But this is my first fun gun of the Destiny 2 beta. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the Scathelocke, and what is the best gun or your most favorite gun of the beta right now? Which one are you using the most? And if you're not in the beta yet, you'll be in there on Friday. Which one do you see the most? Which one are you most interested in? Let me know in the comments. But until then, until next time, I'm Death Above, and I'm going to get out of here. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoy this. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'm going to get out of here. You guys have an awesome one. I'll see you in the beta. See you, bye.